This year marks Canada's 150th anniversary, and that means it's time to celebrate. The Niagara Parks Commission is getting in on the festivities, announcing today their plans to commemorate the nation and to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the province of Ontario.
We're talking about communicating to our visitors the legacy of Niagara Parks, the story of the river, the gorge, the environment that we all share and enjoy. So those are all the activities that have been leading up to this today.
On the topic of the Rooted program, earlier you had mentioned that the Niagara Parks Commission is putting in place 5 legacy projects. Could you touch on that a little bit?
Certainly, absolutely. There's one to do with culinary arts. They're very focused on exposing visitors to the wonderful culinary that is available here using local products. Our restaurants are all certified in the Ontario Feast On program, so there's a lot of pride there. There's a design program that was carried out for the design of the floral clock this year and 2 of our flower beds at Queenston Heights. That was conducted through local schools in Niagara, and we were very proud just a couple of weeks ago to present to the winning designers, young students, some awards for the work that they've done there. So those gardens will also reflect the input of the young students. We have the Niagara Nature Glen building. There's a great project going on there to educate people on the geology of the area and some of the species at risk. You know, the list is growing of the species at risk, and we may not all be aware of that. So there's a great education program going on there as well.
The treasurer of the Canadian Garden Council, Harry Yongerden, was on hand today to speak to the donation of tulip bulbs from Vessey's Bulbs in Prince Edward Island.
We, and when I say we, I mean the Canadian Garden Council, organized this program. And it's wonderful to come here to Niagara today to talk about it, because there's no one quite like the Niagara Parks Commission for understanding why gardens are important to our communities.
On that subject, you had mentioned earlier the importance of the men and women that work with the Niagara Parks Commission. Why did you feel that it was important to bring that up in your speech earlier?
Well, it takes a lot of dedicated people to grow a public park system, to make it shine, to do it to the level that Niagara does it. I just wanted to thank them for the example they set for really our country.
It was so heartwarming to hear those words. It truly reminded me of the joy that we all feel about Niagara Parks, that we take that step back every once in a while and look at our mission and our mandate and remind ourselves we're here, but we're here in a 132-year-old organization where people have cared for many, many years and invested so much thought and concern for the environment. So it was to hear Harry say that today was a really terrific reminder for all of us that we should be celebrating all the time, not just on 150th birthdays.
These tulips are an example of the work by the Niagara Parks Commission that's already been done, and undoubtedly an impressive sign of their upcoming plans for Ontario and Canada's very important milestone. From Niagara Falls, reporting for The Source, I'm Mitchell Glass.